All right, so if you're watching this, you're probably in one of two spots. One, you want to get into online coaching, but you don't really know what's involved. Two, you already are online fitness coaching and you think, I just need a lot more fucking leads. Either way, you're in the right spot. So my name is Zach. I run the Social Blueprint. I've been doing YouTube for ages, Instagram, everything like that. I've made multi seven figures online coaching, and now I help other people do the same. I think this month alone, my clients have already made, I think, over 700 grand, I'm pretty sure, in December. Now, sit back and strap in, put your strap-ons on, because I'm going to show you 5 ways to get more leads as a fitness coach. Now, no matter what you do, if you find this video helpful, click the button in the description. There is an option to watch a free training, either for starters or people wanting to scale their online fitness coaching businesses. Trust me, there is a lot of source in there. And if you download any of those, you'll also get 150 content ideas for fitness as well, straight into your inbox. So 100% worth doing. Also, if you're thinking, who the fuck is this guy? Why should I trust you? A little bit of background. I have been doing social media for 10 years in fitness. I built my online fitness coaching to over 120 grand a month, and I've scaled other businesses for myself up to $300,000 a month. And now I help other people do the same in fitness coaching. So I like to think I've done enough to help people, and our clients alone have done over $500,000 in revenue already this month. It's not even like halfway through. So what I'm about to teach, it works, and it only works if you apply it. Okay, so let's go 5 ways to get leads. Forgive my scribbling. It's how I'm going to think, and it helps me. So the first way is probably the easiest. And this is what we encourage everyone to do. So you're already off to a fucking rocky start. Well, that's meant to be an M. That just says D, like with the DMK. Cool. Awesome, Zach. DMs. With DMs, this is the easiest way to get leads. Before we even think about getting leads, we have to actually define what a lead is. So a lead is anyone, in my definition, a lead is anyone who you can sell to. That is what I think a lead is. That lady just walked across the street. She could be a lead if I got her name. That'd be weird. Anyway, a lead is someone you can sell to and you've got some information. That's all you need. We just need a way of contacting them. So DMs, easiest way, lowest hanging fruit. Now there's a couple of ways we can actually use DMs. One is inbound, which is when we maybe put up a story, and we'll talk about that in a second. And another one is outbound. So in terms of inbound is we might put up a call to action on our story and say, I've got 2 spaces left for online fitness coaching. Who wants it? React to this story. And someone reacts to it, and then that's a lead coming to us, or they DM us, or they apply for our application form in our bio, or anything like that. Inbound leads are amazing because they are the hottest of the hot. Now, if you think about a funnel of people within here, this is a classic marketing funnel. You've got people right here who are ready to buy. They're hot. They know what they want. They know they have a problem. They want you to help them. They're the ones who will hit your inbound story or apply to your type form because they're already really keen. Then you've got people who are in the middle who are kind of, they need a bit of convincing. They're going to wait a little bit and just see how it pans out. They're not sure about you yet. They're not sure about their own problem. They're just going to wait. They don't do too much. Then you've got these people who don't even know what fucking planet they're on. They don't really know who you are. They just saw your account. So expecting only these people to reply and give you an application for, like on your type form, or respond to your story, and that's what we think leads are. No, we're ignoring literally 90% of the rest of the people. So what I'm going to teach you guys is how to make use of all of this, all the rest of it, because otherwise we're only dealing with warm leads. And that is typically what people say when they want more leads is, they say they want more leads, but really they want more warm leads because they haven't identified what to use to get the cold ones. So let's talk about the DMs. Inbound, like I said, easy. Lowest hanging fruit, maybe 2 to 3 call to actions a week. See if people respond. Outbound DMs are ones that we actually have to do. They're going out. They're going out from us. So where do these come from? These will come from new follows. Every time someone follows you, have a conversation. Try and keep it as less robotic as you can. So have a normal conversation and see why they followed you. If you post the right content, they probably followed you for the right reason. Another one is likes. And again, start a conversation. Hey, just saw you showed some love in my content. What resonated? Really appreciate it. Something like that. Another one is story views. And this is more like hey, I'm just reaching out to a few people, watching my stories, following along, just wondering what's resonating, what kind of content you want to see, what's helping. Are you on a fitness journey? Something like that, just to get the conversation going. So you see the trend here. It's people who are entering your world, and we're going to have a conversation. Now you might think like, okay, well, what if they're just following along, right? What if they don't have a problem? And this is the interesting thing that I found, is that typically if you post the right content for your target audience and for people, needing help in fitness, and they follow you, it's because they want more of that. If they're already loving it and in their best physique and they know it all, they're not going to follow more fitness accounts to try and get help. Same as people who follow me. They typically follow me either because they like some of the dumb shit that I do on Instagram, or they want help growing their coaching business. So when I have a conversation about, do you need help growing your coaching business? They're like, yeah, I kind of do. Makes sense, right? It kind of follows. So something to think about with our DM approach is the people that interact with your stories, they follow you, they make their way on your Instagram somehow and decide that they want to see more of you. Great. Let's figure out why. Okay, so we need DMs to be huge, and that's the easiest thing you can do. So already take a look at new follows, likes, story views, and then even just existing followers, and reach out to them. Even people on your contacts. You got a phone, you got contacts on your phone, you have probably an email list if you have people you've emailed before. The only thing that's going to change is the mechanism of what we're actually going to say. New followers, we're like, hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the my world. Likes, hey, thanks for the like. Story views, I noticed you checked out the story. Followers, hey, random message, but I'm reaching out to a few followers today because XYZ. Contacts, this is an easy one you can actually get referrals from. It's like, hey, I'm actually, it's been ages since we spoke, David. I'm helping guys lose, extra 5-10 kilos this summer and keep it off through my new method. Looking for a few people for a case study. Do you know anyone that comes to mind that might be a good fit for this? Either he'll say, yeah, maybe, and I'll give you a name. He'll ignore you, or he'll say, that sounds great. What's the details? You can do that if you're desperate. Thing I find is that most people aren't desperate enough. They just say they're desperate. They just say, I want more leads, but they don't want to do any of this. So I've already given you 5 and 6 ways to basically get some more leads just from DMs. All right, but we have 5. We have 4 more. That's DMs. Number 2, this is the classic. This is, everyone should know this. Everyone should have this. Lead magnet. Lead magnet is you give something away in exchange for someone's contact information. This is the easiest way to get leads because you're giving something away for free. But this is the big one right here. And if you fuck this up, it won't work. It has to be good. Typically when people think of lead magnets, they think of like, oh, just give away an ebook. I'll just download an ebook or get ChatGPT to write an ebook. No one wants an ebook. People want something they can either do straight away or get a quick result from. So for example, the lead magnets I use, I try to make as valuable as possible. That's why about 5 minutes ago, I said, check out the video in the description, and because it's going to help. And you get content ideas, you'll get a free training depending on where you're at in your business, and you can apply that. You can get good results immediately. And then you're going to feel, hopefully, better and about trusting me. If you were going to use me to grow your business, you'd be like, that's cool. Zach helped me over there. He's going to help me over here. As opposed to if I gave you a bunch of nothing, you might go, that didn't really help. So the lead magnet has to be good. Now, if we think about what the lead magnet is, this is basically what we're doing is we're saying, here's something free, download it now. Person gives you their information in exchange for the free, whatever it is. And we'll talk about that in a minute. And then what you do with that information, obviously that's up to you, but you have the lead. And we'll talk a little bit about this stuff later on about what we do with it. But the lead is yours now. You've got it. You've given them something. Then it doesn't end there because then they actually have to go and use it or do it or whatever it is. And that's why it's got to be good. So the best way to think of lead magnet is let's give someone an immediate solution to a quick problem they're having. Let's give it to them now. And then they can do it, finish it, solve it in one sitting, as opposed to I give someone a Bible this thick of fat loss. And I go, hey man, there's everything you need to know about fat loss. Read it. They're going to be like, no, can you summarize it? Can you tell me just the one thing I need to know? So more is not always better. Better is better. So give them what they want. Don't just give them a heap of shit because you think, oh, more value. Like it's not more value, it's more effort. So lead magnet has to be good, and it can take a variety of different forms too. It can be an ebook, it can be a video, it can be a template, so it's already done for them basically. It can be a cheat sheet, it can be a summary, it can be a list. It can be anything that is going to save someone time and effort. That's basically what it is. So if we're thinking fitness, what about a bunch of recipes? Like 10 specific recipes. Let's say we got 10 recipes that are keto, gluten-free. And now you imagine your target audience is gluten-free ketos, and they're like, what do I eat? They don't know. Bang, here you go. Try this tonight. Let me know how you go. Immediately, they love it. But imagine if you gave them shit recipes. They're going to be like, fuck that guy. It tasted like ass. So it has to be good. And it has to solve their problem, and it has to be very quick. Doesn't always have to be just information. It can be just fast tracking things. Okay, so here, great. Now let's think about what happens when we get the lead. This is going a bit off topic, but I want to talk a bit about it. The concept of speed to lead. So this is really, really important because it's basically how fast you can respond to a lead. It's everything. Because when a lead enters your world, let's say you got some guy who's coming in and he's opting into something. He's got a problem. He's like, literally, fucking help me, you gun. Like, he's help. So you want to get onto them pretty soon. Otherwise, what happens? Then he goes off topic, gets distracted, watches more Netflix, has a binge session, wakes up the next day and goes, shit, I gotta go to work now. Maybe I don't need to get in shape. I'll just do it next week. You call him up or you text him and he goes, nah, mate, bad timing. Whereas at this point, this guy needed help and no one reached out. So if you can respond to someone or contact them within literally 1 minute or 2 minutes, it will dramatically, I think it was like 10xing it if you wait even an hour. So So, and I think personally, it's because your mind changes all the time. People's minds and moods and things are very different. No one's going to opt into a lead magnet while they're giving a speech or something. Like, they're going to be in a position where they're like, oh, I've got some time now. And then they'll do it, and then you call them up. Trust me, make use of the leads you have. Don't just try to get new ones. That single line would summarize this entire video if I could. So just keep that in mind. So we've done DMs, we've done lead magnets. The third one is ManyChat. So if you don't know what ManyChat is, it is on Instagram where we use it, and it's either someone comments or DMs, and it automates a message. Now, in that message, that can collect info, or it can just shoot them something to give them something, delivering the lead magnet. So I split this because, I mean, ManyChat is a way of utilizing lead magnets, but I just thought I kind of treat them as different things, because with a pure lead magnet, we can just run ads to that, like paid traffic. With ManyChat, it's typically organic, and we just kind of repeat that. So ManyChat is great because it can allow you to test different types of lead magnets. So what we do is we think of whatever content we're making, and this is what I usually do. I think of my content, and then I think, okay, how could I give the person the answer to this right now? If I just had to solve this problem for this person, how could I do it right now? And then I create something, could be a Google Doc, template, whatever it is, an image, a list, a paragraph, and I put that in my ManyChat. And then I say, if you want the thing, comment the word this below, and I'll send it off. Now, if you don't have a huge social media following, by all means, just keep an eye on your comments and manually do it. That's fine. But ManyChat isn't too expensive, so I like it. I think it's quite good, and I would use it for that. So there's a couple of different ways you can do it. In your reels, you would put it at obviously throughout the reel and in the caption. So first line in caption and also throughout the reel. So in the reel itself, you want to maybe midway through, you're like, oh, by the way, if you want the full thing, comment this below. Or you can do it at the end, but some people's retention goes like this at the end of the video. So if you hit a sweet spot, give the ManyChat hook in there. Now, carousel is perfect. Carousels are amazing for ManyChat, because what we do is we actually, in our slide, imagine these are our slides, we actually build demand. We exacerbate the problem, we really outline it, and we show the massive gap and the urgent need for the thing. Here is where we say, comment for the thing, and I'll give it to you for free. So if I just said, hey, comment for the thing, and that was my slide, no one gives a shit. They're not actually gonna opt in. But if I build it with demand, let's say, okay, let's go the gluten-free keto option, because this is random. Let's say I'm like, all right, if you are, I say, the first slide, like really hook. Did you know the number one reason why people can't lose weight on a keto diet is because they are eating gluten, and this is how bad it is, and this is what can happen. I'm just talking shit at this point. And this is what can happen if you don't treat it. And here's what I figured out by going gluten-free and making things taste really nice. And that's why I released a recipe book, and you can get it here. So it's such a shit example. It's building tension is my point, and increasing the demand and increasing the gap. So that by the end of it, they get to the slide, they're like, holy shit, I need that. There's so much buy-in. As opposed to me just randomly saying, hey, comment below for this thing. Like, it's not really going to help us. So ManyChat, amazing for that. And you can actually just be really flexible with how you come up with these things. You can be filming anything and go, can I turn this into a ManyChat lead magnet? I call it like a micro magnet because it's really small. It's nothing crazy. So we've got, and you can combine this with your lead magnets too. And guess what happens when those people opt in? Well, they're getting a message. So not only did you get the lead, but now you got DMs, and we can go back and we can do follow-ups, and you're increasing all your leads from a million different ways. You're literally getting, you're in the middle of an orgy full of leads, and you're just getting sprayed with leads at this point. We've got got a lead bukkake going on, and you know what? I'm all for it because you guys are going to make more money. So DMs, lead magnet, ManyChat, another one. And this is typically where we run some paid traffic to it. VSL is kind of a lead magnet, but it's not really. It's kind of like for the hottest of the hot leads. And what this is a landing page, funnel page, with typically a video, and then it's a button to book a call. These are pretty standard. We give all our clients these VSLs as well, hand them on a silver platter. And basically what this is doing is in here, it's calling out what your program is, and kind of like, again, building the demand, showing your credibility, and showing what your approach is and how it's different and why it's important. And if people resonate with that, they have the chance to book a call. So it's pretty in there. That's the hottest of the hot lead because they're literally booking a time on your calendar. They're not just giving you something in exchange for something else. Now, if you want, you can have a previous page before this as an opt-in. That's what we do, so that you get information still. So bang, that's your lead. And then they can also book an inbound call. It's like a 2-for-1. So someone who doesn't know you, who doesn't care, who doesn't have a problem is probably not going to do this because they wouldn't be bothered. If they did, they're a psycho. But someone who has a problem, who knows you and is pretty warm and is like, you know what, that sounds good, I'm ready. They'll book a call, and that's great. You already got a call in your calendar and you can probably close them. So VSLs are amazing. Some people can almost flip VSLs as like almost like a training video, if you will, and it leads into a VSL. But video sales letter is what VSL is short for, by the way. But it's basically just pitching your program on a video. And I've done videos on that. If you guys want to see what that would look like as a breakdown, comment below. Just let me know. Say, yep, love to see a VSL video, and then I'll if I get more than 2, I'll probably make it. So that is a VSL. You have to use basically a funnel page so you can collect info and host everything on there, but it's pretty straightforward. The last one is really advanced, and I'd only really suggest this if you're doing maybe over 20K a month already, because it's more complicated. It involves funnels and it involves ads and unit economics of stuff, but when it works really well. So I'll explain this. SLO. So this is a self-liquidating, and basically what that means is we're just selling something low ticket because we want them to buy something high ticket. So the misconception with an SLO is that let's say we're selling a book for, let's say we're selling it for $20. So the misconception is, all right, well, let's pump ads and let's get a $10 cost per sale, and our book is 20, so the profit equals 10, and let's just scale it up. That's not really what happens, because in the real world, what happens is that cost per sale goes up to 50, and now we're selling something for $20 and it costs 50 to do so. Obviously that doesn't make sense, right? So this is what usually happens. We have a sales page, so we sell something, so they buy a book. Then the next page and the thank you page is awesome, here's your thing, here's your book, or I'm gonna send it, or it's in your inbox or whatever. Now the next step is you can book a call, or you can contact them at a later date, or whatever you want to do. I'm just gonna keep it really simple and just say that's step 1, that's step 2, you can book a call. So let's say we get let's just make it easy numbers. Let's say we get 100 sales. So we've made what's that, $2,000, and we've spent $5,000. So let's put 2K and we've spent 5K. So already we're not doing too good. But let's see how many people book a call. So we got 100 sales. Maybe we have, let's just say 15 book a call off that back of the page because we included it and we did the right things to make sure we did so. So 15 booked a call. Now, let's just say, I'm gonna get my calculator out. Not everyone who books a call shows up, right? It's fucking annoying because I would, but some people are just like that and they don't do anything. So let's say we have a 70% show up rate equals 10 calls showed. Now, if you're decent at sales, let's say you've got a 40% close rate, that's 4 closes, because we don't want to just sell the book. We want to sell the dream. We want to fix their problems and sell the big thing, which is our high ticket coaching, which is going to be at, even if we did it at, let's say 2K average deal size. So now we've got our original 2K from the book sold plus the 4 sales at $2,000, so plus 8K. Now we've got 10K revenue and we've only spent 5K. So minus 5, and then we are left with 5K profit. And we also acquired 100 leads, which means what can we do? We can go back to them, we can remarket, we can hit them up later, and we can build that. They go into our email marketing, and that's how we kind of grow that way. So if you have a very good product in the SLO, it can be amazing. But the problem is it has to be good so that people want it, but it has to be like this, where they want it and then they get this bit and then they're like, oh, what's next? And then you pitch your program, they're like, that's amazing. But sometimes it's quite difficult because people will get this bit and then go, oh, I think I'm good. I might just give this a run. So it's quite challenging because you almost have to open up extra problems. Like if you're selling a workout routine guide, whatever, it has to open up, well, if you don't have your nutrition right, then that's not going to work. Oh, okay. Now I need to get my nutrition right. That's why it opens the door to your coaching. So these can be tricky, the SLOs, but the thing to know is that we don't need to fully liquidate all of the spend, because again, we're spending money to acquire. That's why it's a bit high level. We're spending $5,000. We don't need to fully get $5,000 back on the front end. It's 2K. We get more on the back. That's why it's this process of getting someone in for this much, and then knowing that some people who purchase are gonna pay more money later and gonna get the big. But you need to know these numbers, otherwise you won't be able to scale. So that's our summary. We have DMs, we have lead magnets, we have ManyChat, we have a VSL funnel, and we have an SLO. Now, the VSL and SLO, you need funnels to basically do those. So if you don't have funnels, just stick with straight DMs and ManyChat, and you can still create lead magnets even if you don't have a funnel. Easiest way to do that is by doing it literally as manual as you want, by giving someone, just tracking it all and just doing it literally as you'd expect manually. But there are also other ways. There are ways of doing it within Meta Ads Manager itself. There are ways of doing it on separate landing pages. There are so many different things you can do. It's just a matter of actually coming up with the idea and implementing it. So again, if you guys need any more bits of info or whatever, drop it in the comments of what you want to see, what you want me to break down, explain, show you guys, because I will reveal all, but I just need to know that people actually want to see this stuff. So let me know what that looks like. If you do need help, the link below is to check out even more training videos and get my content ideas. I highly recommend that, and check it out. Check out the lead magnet, and I'll see you guys soon on the next video.